happens to Keelan? Gives many feathers working tably. No. Yeah, Keelan deserves all the feathers. Keelan just like has like the house in flux with like feathers beyond like capacity. Takuma will probably go down, but they do have really good armor. They have like, they're one of the few colonists that have armor. Alright, but I have you lot. If you guys could just stay nearby, because we got the power out. I was gonna say this the other day. Whenever we have a power outage, Bitter, can you rescue? Whenever we've got a power outage in my colony, I get attacked. I get attacked usually by something kind of not really consequential, like this. But in a big enough situation, like Joyce dying, for instance, like that ain't gonna happen. Try again. I can run them up and they should, well, I could run them down actually. I can run them down into the group and that would probably help because I was kind of expecting the other group to, you know, come out that side as well, not run down and stuff. But they ran down. Takuma, mate, I know you ain't gonna get out of there, but can I get you guys to come up? Not gonna do it. Okay. Yeah, I have a small issue with pathing since one of the updates. But anyway, it's fine. Takuma isn't gonna get out of there. You guys, Joyce, if I could just get you, because they're gonna come out here in a moment. I just want you guys to kind of sort of like line up here if I could. Takuma's still on the way down. I don't know if you can reach him, Joyce. That should rush up our way. There we go. Alright, here it comes. I could also zap it. If it's busy, can I take you? If it's not focused on Bitter, I want Bitter to go and rescue. For fuck's sake, Joyce. Back off before you die again. Or not. That's fine. Alright. So, I don't think anybody up there was really hurt. Takuma's still down. 7 hours. They might be alright. Takuma doesn't have as much life privilege as like the average colonist either. He's got like herbal as well. It's also like an immediate identifier. When I click on somebody, for instance, like Wolf here, they're good. They haven't really done anything. Sari has. Campbell hasn't. Nikki should have. Nikki's done a lot. But yeah, it's a really quick indicator to find out if I'm clicking on a problem colonist, especially since once I started getting like over 100, I'm like, how am I going to like get rid of like the really crap ones? Because there are crap colonists, right? A lot of people will be like, oh, your crap colonists is the ones that have like no skills or whatever, can't do anything sort of thing. But I'm like, everybody can do something. In like a large colony, you get to a point where like all your animals can do hauling, your people can do crafting and cooking and all the things, production stuff, right? But you also need people that can do like cleaning and hauling to areas that other colonists can't get to and stuff, right? So there's always something somebody can do in the colony, or medical stuff, or maybe they can take food to a prisoner, whatever. Like, I know that's more of like a wardening thing, but you know, it's like something they can build up over time. Like, they can't fail too hard to take, you know, food to a prisoner or an animal kind of thing. They can fail. They can walk in and drop it on the floor and leave without like doing any kind of like interaction with them. But the creature will still get fed unless they drop it outside of the room. And then, yeah. That's the PJ. Gives many feathers working terribly. Mr. Brookside gives many feathers, lays down snuggling flushes. I think you've been feathered, PJ. It's fine. Vikin's very friendly, so he always has lots of gifts of feathers for everybody. I'll give you on your plushes some pats, Viking. I do agree with some people at times, though. I do worry for like the procurement of these feathers some days, because like the excessive quantity, like when it was like just the occasional feather every so often for like occasional people and stuff, I'm like, oh yeah, you know, that's pretty interesting. Like Viking finds like these neat feathers and stuff when he goes on adventures and stuff. And then I'm like, then he starts coming back with like mountains of feathers. I'm like, I'm a little concerned, but I'm not going to ask questions, you know. Yeah. As far as I know, no animals were harmed in the production of feather acquisitions, but it's fine. So happily smiling receives pats. I also just think that, like, I don't know, Vikin's like a little bit cheeky with getting all the feathers and stuff. Cause like, I don't know, I've run out of places to put feathers, store feathers. I used to have like some behind me in decorations and stuff like that, but it's starting to look like possible bird massacres have happened. And I'm like, it raises questions, Vikings, at this point, you know? Not really, it's fine. I also haven't had anybody up here like actually pulling apart like the rest of the space as well. Plus, they should be building up that little spot there. I noticed that that's going to be like a weak link. But since I have like no prisoners right now, if I could just grab a couple of people with a little bit of construction, like what do? You do plant stuff. You have to harvest plants. What are you two doing in here? You have a passion in construction and I don't have any mining available. How do you feel about, I know this is just deconstructing some stuff, but how do you feel about taking out like all the walls? Lou's confused, radio. So many pawns. Yeah. Hey Alice, welcome in. I have a lot. I was going to do a recount after stream tonight because I couldn't really get like an accurate call on how many people I had last week because we had the defoliator ship and mech battle and all that sort of stuff. So I had a lot of like injured people I couldn't really like keep an eye on, you know. So it's a lot easier when like most people are in health. Combat supplier. Yeah, I'll go take a look at that. Hold on. Alright, so ours is going to get some stuff. Lou, dementia, that's fine. Bloody Lou. West Fin Farnham. Okay. Anybody in here that's got special names? Not really. Skuld. Fantastic. A Skuld and Blinks. Radio. Where is Lumi? Where are you at? I don't think I sent her in a caravan. She should be kind of like hanging around up top, realistically. Well, I've got the squad out planting at the moment by the look of it. It's great. I'm looking for Lumi. Hold on. She might have been sent out. I doubt it, but also I don't see Farrell. Did somebody take Farrell to hospital? Hold on. And just go quickly check on that because Farrell doesn't have medical privileges at the moment. So if he got rescued, I got taken to his bed. Neat. Okay, well, he's gonna survive because he'll get bed rest and he doesn't need any more tending than that. So that's cool. Never expected someone could if need a mod to count their pawns, but you might actually have to use that. Not sure if that exists. Yeah, so I'm on a closed mod playlist, so I can't add or remove any mods. So whatever I started with, over 2.5 years ago, I have to kind of play through with. One of my mods doesn't work. Wild Reproduction broke from, I think, after 1.5 updated, or about when 1.5 updated. I can't remember which. But, yeah. I only have 6 mods, and I do a manual count. I do a manual count of, like, my animals and everything, too. Like, for instance, we started tonight's stream with... Where is it? We started tonight's stream with 794 animals. I can't guarantee exactly the number of people because I don't think I lost anybody, but I also did recruit some prisoners and shit. So I need to like calculate that out, but I've only got like 1 prisoner left, so it should be pretty close to 298 or 296, somewhere squiggling around that. But yeah, that's right, I was looking for Lumi. But yeah, no, it's been Labia, sorry. That's why I couldn't fucking find it. The 2 Lumis are at the other base. You go and do your trade. I'm gonna have some fucking water because my voice is just like, nah. Hold on. Yeah. I'm sure that like there are ways to probably do like some kind of easier count and stuff for it. Like I have no clue how the fuck to do like the dev tool shit, and I don't need to know. But like I normally just like put everybody into caravans, and like pretty much once people are in caravans, for instance, you can only see how many people's in it. And when they're queued to go into a caravan, like I don't have any caravans queued to go out at the moment, so I can't just like look at that, right? But when they're queued up, you'll normally be able to like click on them and it will select like a bunch of them. They'll be like haloed and stuff, and the animals will be haloed. You'll be able to read what the caravan says it's got. And then while I've got that highlighted, I have a look up the top and make sure that everybody is actually selected. Because if somebody's not, like if somebody's in a mental state or a medical state where they can't walk, they'll automatically be excluded. But sometimes they will be included. So I have to be really careful. Like Zandy here is in a mental state, so he shouldn't be recruitable into a caravan. So then I have to keep an eye out for the colored creatures and people and stuff that are walking around that weren't like part of it and stuff like that. So yeah. It just takes time sometimes. It doesn't even take that long. I normally just, you know, just pull up the game afterwards. I don't, you know, you can load in paused and whatever, and I just do that and quit out so that it does nothing to the game and I just get my information. So you guys do combat suppliers. I want medicine. I don't want any fire foam stuff. I do have to take fire foam stuff out of production. I don't really want many weapons. More patience as me. I think I have more patience than like most people. I can see like Viken already sweating with where the direction of the sentence is going. But like there's a the game called Never, and I was stuck trying to climb a tree in the game. And it should only take 1.5 minutes at most to climb the tree. And I spent 7 hours climbing that section of the tree. I was able to skip it if I wanted to, but I just didn't want to. So, yeah. And then certain areas for the games are taking like a couple of hours to get my corpse back. And I could as easily just quit out of the game and log back in and get it back. But, yeah, no. I'd rather take the time to try to get it back. And then, like I said, this game's been going for like over 2.5 years IRL at this point. So, yeah, I think it's March next year. It'll be 2 years IRL old, the save, this colony. So, yeah, I don't expect that I have patience like a normal person. But yeah, I don't know. I enjoy my colony and the fucking shit we do. I don't want to get the flak stuff, but I don't have it. Yeah, you can pat Viken. Viken's definitely welcoming of pats. He's my friendly stream wolf. So, yeah, he normally has like a lot of feathers and shit to give gifts. Eyes wide runs away here in the tree. Yeah. I was going to say, like, we have tree emote as well. That is also terrifying. It's because I drive up like trees in most games, but, yeah, it's fine. I wanted to sell some of the shittier weapons, but I'm finding like all the pillier stuff are actually like good quality. I just don't want to have like that many. I want to get like proper swords and shit replacing them. I made a lot at one point because wood was going to be cheaper than steel, but I now have like still 35,000 steel, so I also don't want to just get rid of a stack of 10. You know, but they are normal quality, so maybe. Still Gladius and stuff. I'll just send them over to the other base. It's fine. This is costing me a little bit. I don't want it to cost me. So, what else can I give you? Rolls on the floor. Nice. Is that Alice? Working into happily smiles, receiving pats, gives lots of feathers. Yeah, all the feathers Viken. I don't want to sell my pistols and stuff unless they're like really low, but I look like I've sold basically all of them. I might get rid of the pilliers. I have a lot of them. that's down to 40s. I'll still use it all the way down to like basically shit. I want to keep the metal stuff. They don't tend to smelt it, but I feel like it's just a better weapon. There's still aqua, mace. They're not mine. Alright, this will cost me a tiny bit because I want to buy medicine, but I'm okay with that. I thought I had, oh no, hold on, it's not going to cost me anything. Because I was going to say, I thought I had EMP shells. I do have EMP shells. I just got to make sure my people don't build anymore. Ain't that. I'm pretty sure I've removed the benches. Alright. If I've removed the benches, and I might actually pull up the medical benches here too, because I need to send those over as well. And it looks like the solar flares back up. So we've got power back. Take a minute for all my turrets to get powered, but it'd be fine. I will breathe. I will breathe while I set up a turret. Hold on. Thank you. I was gonna say, it's always like a running joke here that like I don't breathe. And I was just thinking, I'm like, the speed in which I do like my breathing thing is like a little bit fast on it, and it's still not like confirming or denying anything about breathing. All right, we'll set that up with some of the benches. And this one's got almost everything. I bet we've probably already used up those parts in medicine by the look of it. So let's send some stuff over. This one's now empty again. So let's set up. I have more benches to go. I've got the machining tables. I don't know if I put those in the other ones. I'll wait for those. What else have I got? I got a fuck ton of books I still got to send. I got all the bionics I got to send, because they got dumped out of the caravan when the dromedaries died. I could send those over. I'll probably just leave them to rot. I never am that wasteful, but this is a time where I might just leave them behind because I have too much steel. I don't need that much. All right. Set that one up too. Where's that happily tilts head? No, it's onto back. No. Let's get you loaded up as well. All of these should be full for the most part. I still have a fuck ton of cloth. Okay, I still can't send all the cloth. So that one's just cloth. These ones haven't been made yet. So I kind of need to get a couple of people to come down and work on these benches, but what have we got? We've got Ray Wolfen should be able to, maybe. Or were you the one that could do... No, you do animals. You can do crafting. It's not high enough skills. You're a 7. Let me go find a couple of people that can do... I don't know if it's exclusively crafting. It's crafting spot, finery, synthesizing, stone blocks, smelt. No, it's probably smith then. Weapons. Yeah, fabricate things. Young, mate. Young. When you're done cleaning animal filth, I don't even know why you're over there. Augury's got it bags. That one's not usable for some reason. Nerona's got that. Why is this not available? Did somebody break this? Make it forever. Okay, well, let's get rid of that and let's do this again. Every so often, somebody ends up locked to a bench and, like, it says worker is Nat. And I'm guessing they were working on it and they may have gone out in a caravan or they may be, like, in hospital. So nobody's going to work on that, but nobody's going to move the part either. I also used to have it where my colonists would start. They'd make, like, 50 of these things. They've done it again. They'll make, like, 50 of these fucking things and nobody will finish any. And I have like a dozen. I also don't need these running because we have no corpses. Yeah, I'm probably going to leave these guys to like rot. I've never like let them just disintegrate before. I normally take them apart, but we've still got like 35,000 steel to send across, you know. I could really do with like one more bench of this, but I don't want to make another one. I also need them to make the pods so that I can allocate stuff to go. I can't really do that till then. But if I've got 3 people working on it... Hold on, we got more visitors. Bin Bum. Noah, Rhubarb. Alright, were you guys trading something or not? No, they're just visiting. All right. Well, they can hang around. They're fine. What else have I got here? What else is going on? We have... I've moved the shelves. We've made sure the animals are allocated where they're supposed to be. I've sent more animals. I've culled the sheep. I sent the caravan on the way to a quest at the moment as well. I did send more animals over via the pods. I can't send more at the moment because the pods aren't made. Oh, I was making this. That's right. I'm waiting for them to finish making the wall of this. But that's made. I don't know if that's got a roof on it. Hold on. That's got a roof on it. That has as well, for the most part. That does. Good. All of that's looking pretty good. That's open like it's supposed to be. Cool. Okay. And it's coming up to like the last day of winter. So when winter is over, I'll set like a whole bunch of like these grow areas outside to be planted again. Because I have a few that are like not currently being planted because they'll die off in the cold. I also wouldn't mind making this little circle in here. Like I said, another grow area, but it's not going to have as much. And I was going to make it like a grow area for like chocolate, but we'll see. I'll see how I go with that because I want to make a couple more hospitals. I don't have hospital beds. I should just make a shit ton. But I kind of thought about putting them like here and here. So then I've got like 3 in close succession, but I want to make them about the same size. I know this circle thing ain't perfect, but give me that for just a hot second because it's about the same size. Yeah, it's basically the same size. If I was putting that somewhere up here, right, it starts looking a little bit crowded in here. And I know that this side won't get the same because it's not mirrored on this side of the map. This side's pretty well done, but yeah, I tried to make it not like perfectly, well, this isn't perfectly symmetrical, but it does have like some linear qualities to it. Inspired trade. Shit. Don't need you to be trading at the moment, mate. Move the benches. Nobody's moving the wood in. I could grow exclusively wood or... Hold on. What are we doing with wood? We've got 45,000. Hang on. Since it's winter... I should have done this at the start of the winter. But not that. Give me... Let's send some people chopping some wood again. We had a problem with storage because I couldn't put it anywhere, but let's see what we can do. Wood is going to be like the biggest problem I've got at the space is having too fucking much of it. I start happily smiling. On back. No. Getting tired, Viking. Alright, we've got all the lights in here. I do want to colour this. Not that. Samora started a fight. That's fine. I want you... Change colour. I was thinking about doing like some light purples. Let's see how this kind of looks. Okay. Where's my copy colour? Copy that. I don't know if that light's built yet. Yeah, paste that. Let's wake it happily. No. It's okay. If you need to sleep, I can get some rest. I can't get the damn thing. Light maybe? Maybe just click in front of it and see. There we go. Paste that. Back laying down sleepily. No. I want to get light bulb. There we go. Alright, let's try some purples over here. So we've got like fucking like light ass blues and shit. And yeah, we've got the light blues. They were all blue. That, I don't know if I turned to purple later. I can't remember. But we got the dark blue here. I don't mind the dark blue. I do love what that fucking looks like. We have that more or less in here. Basically, I've got to mine out this like inner section. I've got to keep moving all these down. I guess I could say that like all of these could just move down 1 to 1. I was kind of moving them down more staggered, kind of like I have at Dryden. But by the looks of it, I could kind of just put them more chalked up together until we get it all built up and into place kind of thing. I also need them to build that behind there. I'm hoping that doesn't block that. They've also mostly destroyed that particular bench, so I don't know what was going on in here at one point, but somebody was raging out, destroying shit. That's just Wagon falls asleep. No. You get your rest, Viking. I don't know if those two are linked. They don't kind of... maybe. Alright, we'll move a bunch of them down. Hopefully my people will... I don't know if they can access it from that side. Hopefully they'll make a bunch of stuff. Farrell and Zamora. Farrell's still alive. He just has his medical privileges revoked. Zamora is, I think, trying to get to that hospital, maybe? Or he's just trying to get a meal. It looks like he's trying to go for a meal. Mate, when you're done, actually, you're kind of closer to that. I'll fucking leave him be for the moment. He'd be right. So, what else we got? I still haven't used the neuro trainers. And I still haven't installed the body parts. I don't like how close this is getting to the chem fuel stack. There we go. Alright. So they should move the benches over. I should be able to close up this real soon. I gotta mine out this little corner though, right? But once we mine out this edge and then we finish building in the individual blocks, this section itself will be complete as well. And then I could probably start working on enclosing this end, which is gonna kind of block this area. So I'm gonna wanna move these. I'm not sure where I'm gonna take them yet, but I was actively storing the batteries in the worst place possible, where like the cold's going to like negatively affect them. So it was all I had at the moment because they weren't using this space. I don't have many animals. I say that and then there's animals to hunt, so yeah. But they have kind of like mostly enclosed this, so I'll be able to start making another bedroom set soon, which will be neat. I kind of don't want to actually build the infrastructure on that yet until I build this next outer wall. I think even if I could just build this back wall kind of thing and just get this pen enclosed, that would be super useful. But yeah, that's going to have to be next week. But yeah, it's honestly, Asora's doing kind of good. Like I said, I'll do a count up later tonight. Normally I can like let you know immediately, but I just had such a mess of everybody being like so woefully injured last week that it was unable to accurately pick them up and shit. So yeah, I'll continue moving stuff, continue building stuff. We'll block out this, which means probably moving that up, removing some like air conditioners and shit. It'll be spring soon, so I'll want to replant everything. I've got no prisoners here, so we can work on like finally fixing up the prison, making it like a bit better. I don't know if that's going to be a grow room, but this one sure as shit was. We got the hydroponics up and running, but then we had the fucking solar flare, so no hydroponics. Ironically, great timing on that one. I do have to make sure that thing's got a roof. I think it does. But yeah, I think Minwick's pretty good at the moment. We'll get the fabrication benches up and running so I can make more components because we're slowly chugging through those. Right, they'll disappear soon. We've still got like 18,000 fucking steel here already, so we can build just about anything we want. If we want to get the electrical infrastructure down, we can. If we want to get the fucking turrets down, we can, and we should. I also really need to build the fucking hospital beds. That's a goddamn priority. And yeah, this place is mostly pretty clean at the moment. I'm gonna pretty much not like ultra harvest out anything. I'm probably going to leave like some electrical stuff. Gonna probably leave these guys here. Not gonna try to like pull them apart and stuff because I've still got to try to move like 35,000 steel, you know. Everything else is moving slowly. I was trying to build the biofuel refineries up there and closer to wood. There's no need for it. It's just that maybe it's a higher production area. They might use it kind of thing. That was the thought process, is just condense them. But if it's not working, I'll just demolish it. There's no harm, no foul with that. And yeah, I have a quest that we're currently, wherever the fuck we are on the world, slowly almost there. And I really hope that they do have sufficient jade And we'll get plasteel, which I'll also have to move, but I think I can throw that in one transport pod over. And the rest of my caravans, they're on their way. They're on their way in whichever way they're going, and we'll have one of the prisoners over there soon. So